Hello and welcome back to Jack's Tracks Contest. Today we're going to be entering Ron Haggerty or Vinyl Pasta's My Favorite Year in Music contest. Now, Ron Haggerty is an amazing guy. I love his channel. His previous channel, Ron Haggerty's Vinyl Sanctuary, was incredible. And I love his new channel name, Vinyl Pasta, and it's an incredible channel as well. Please subscribe to Vinyl Pasta. I'll leave the link in the description below. But this is a very, very unique contest. Basically, you pick 1 year in music, and then you show a bunch of albums relating to the questions that he's asking. So, the year that I'm choosing is, I'm sure, one that a lot of people are choosing. It's 1971. Personally, it's my favorite year in music. So, there we go. Number 1, show an overrated album from 1971. Now, a lot of people talk about this record, and it's not my favorite John Lennon record. It's Imagine. This is an incredible record, but not my favorite. And like he said in the video, just because it's overrated doesn't mean I don't like it. I love this record. That's why I have it on vinyl. Is it my favorite John Lennon record? No, it's not. It's probably not even close. Imagine's an amazing song, and there's a couple other great songs on here, but besides that, it's not a totally strong record for me, for John Lennon. So there we go. An underrated album from 1971 is going to be Imagine by John Lennon. Show an underrated album from 1971. This is one by an artist I love, and definitely gets some hate on in the vinyl community, but it's Billy Joel's Cold Spring Harbor. This is his debut record, and you don't hear anyone talking about this. This is more of a folky, singer-songwriter kind of record, and it's just incredible. Anyone who doesn't like Billy Joel, I encourage them to give this one a listen because it's really amazing. One of my favorite Billy Joel records of all time, for sure. So there we go, an underrated record from 1971. It's got to be Billy Joel's Cold Spring Harbor. Okay, show a comeback album. Now, when I chose these records, I couldn't really think of one that's a comeback record. So this one, I don't know if it's necessarily a comeback record. So I was actually going to put this as underrated, but it's definitely not underrated at all. It's one of my favorite records. It's Ram by Paul McCartney. Okay, so first of all, it's not underrated because it's probably the most talked about Paul McCartney record. Number 2, it's my favorite Paul McCartney solo album. And yeah, I mean, this is just an incredible record. The reason it's a comeback, I believe this is Paul McCartney's second release, because it was in 1971, and he released McCartney 1 in 70, and then before that was all the Beatles stuff. So I would consider this somewhat of a comeback. I mean, I'm not a huge fan of the McCartney 1, as they call it now, because there's 2 and 3. But yeah, this is the Paul McCartney comeback from the Beatles for me. I don't know if that makes too much sense, but tell me if it does in the comments. So there we go. This is my comeback record from 1971. It's Ram by Paul McCartney and Linda McCartney. Show your favorite debut album. There we go. This is one of my favorites as well. This is Carole King's Tapestry. And now that I'm making this video, I'm realizing how much amazing music was released in 1971. I definitely knew that these records came from 1971 and that they're all absolutely fantastic. But seeing them all together in 1 year is just kind of weird for me. But yeah, it's an amazing year in music, as that's why I'm choosing it. But Carole King Tapestry, my favorite Carole King album. This is one of the only ones, I think, if not the only one. I don't know what I was saying there. I only have one Carole King album, but this is definitely one of my favorites of 1971, and it's her debut album. Album you wish you had from that year, and this is not necessarily a rare record. It's pretty widely available, especially reissues that have been recently done, but it's T-Rex Electric Warrior. I have the slider, and I'm a huge T-Rex fan, and this is definitely a necessity for any vinyl collection, so I'm looking to get that one soon. I've seen reissues, but I'm trying to find it for $25 because the ones I've seen are like 30, and I'm not paying that much for a record, especially that doesn't have that much rarity to it. Okay, my top 5 albums from that year. So I didn't want to repeat any of the records that I already showed. Maybe some of these would be in my top 5, but these are 5 brand new records that I haven't showed yet from 1971. This is in order. A lot of people are probably just going to show 5 records. But yeah, this is my top 5. Okay, so coming in at number 5 is the Yes album by Yes. This is my third favorite Yes album. It goes number 1, Close to the Edge, then the Yes album. Close to the Edge, then Fragile, then the Yes album. There we go. This is my third favorite Yes album. Yeah, this is just a fantastic record. I don't talk a lot about Yes, and I probably should because I talk way too much about Rush, so maybe I should throw some Yes in there, but they're one of my favorite bands. I love their self-titled album as well. But yeah, this is my third favorite Yes album, but it's coming in at number 5 for my favorite album of 1971. Okay, and coming in at number 4, and these are where they get some of my favorite records even of all time. This is Black Sabbath's Master of Reality. Not my favorite Sabbath album, maybe my second favorite, actually probably my third favorite again. Goes Paranoid, Debut, and then Master of Reality. But this is a very cool reissue with demos and alternate takes and alternate lyrics and stuff like that. So yeah, this is an incredible Sabbath album. So yeah, released in 1971. That's coming in at number 4. Coming in at number 3 is the best Who album of all time. It's Who's Next. This is just so much amazing music on here. Comes from this very cool Decca label, and this is possibly one of my most listened to records of all time. It's just completely amazing, and it's the best Who album of all time. Coming in at number 2 is one that I would rate one of my favorite albums of all time, probably top 10. It's Jethro Tull's Aqualung. This is the best Jethro Tull album in my opinion. Locomotive Breath, just Aqualung, just amazing stuff on here. Just incredible. So yeah, this is, in my opinion, the best Jethro Tull album. Probably number 2 would be Benefit, and then Thick as a Brick would be number 3. So yeah, this is my favorite though. And coming in at number 1, you're probably shocked I haven't shown this one already, so I'm sure you can guess what it is. It's Zeppelin 4. This is my second favorite Led Zeppelin album of all time. Number 1 is 2. That was a weird sentence. Number 1 is 2. But number 2 is 4. And then 3 would probably be the first album. But yeah, this is just an incredible record. Black Dog, Rock and Roll, Stairway to Heaven, obviously. Just amazing stuff. Okay, that concludes this episode of Jack's Tracks Contest. Thanks so much to Ron for starting this channel. Make sure to subscribe to him if you haven't already in the link in the description. But as always, thank you so much for watching this episode of Jack's Tracks Records Contests.